haven't been live for a while, so figure I'd come live. Forgive the messy hair. It's been a day already. And it's growing, and I don't know what to do with it now, so it's just gonna lay here and be weird. But, so, I know there's been a couple people wanting to know how to sharpen their chainsaws. Now, am I a pro? Hell no. But I've learned a lot of things along the way with my my chainsaw to be able to show you guys. Now, my chainsaw is a little bit different. It is an electric chainsaw. I have learned it does not work quite like the gas powered. So I do things a little bit different on my electric chainsaw to make it work better like a gas powered chainsaw. And I figure I would come live, kind of show you guys. I know it's going to be controversial. I'm probably going to do things that people are going to go, oh my gosh, but I have found that it works for me. So if it helps anybody else, I'm willing to show you. And now I am doing this on my little 6-inch bar because I didn't want to spend forever in a day on my 18-inch bar. And I just lost all the power in my garage again. Damn it. Or at least on one side of my garage. That sucks. I blew a fuse. Hold on a sec. We're going to have to turn one of the heaters off. That one's on that shift. Let me put one over on this side. Okay. Let's figure out which one just blew. Which... shouldn't be too hard to find it. Yep, I found it. Get another one put in there. That's not the same 20. You need the same kind of 20 to go into it. Now I gotta be able to get it screwed back in there, which isn't always easy. Without cross-threading it like I just did. As you guys come in, make sure you're saying hi. Let me know you're here. I'll be right back on screen. I just blew a fuse. So I'm trying to get it fixed. This one don't want to go in. Let's try this one. Some of these are easier to get in than others. I got the little screw-in fuses still, and they're a pain in the ass. They don't always like to go completely in like they're supposed to. And I don't think it is completely in, because I don't think I have power yet. I do not. Guys, I'm trying to get power so you can see what I'm doing. So bear with me. I'm trying to get a fuse threaded into my box over here. Hold on just a sec. Sure. Okay. Look at that. We've got power back. Okay. We have power back, but my heater won't come on. I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyway, power back. Thank goodness. My heater now won't work. So anyway, we're going to sharpen the chainsaw blade. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. This is my electric chainsaw. It is my little 6-inch blade. I'm going to try to get you guys zoomed in a little bit here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So first thing I do is I mark where I'm going to start. I mark the tooth at which I'm working on so that I don't keep going around and round and round and not know where I started. So I take my Sharpie and I mark it all over the place just so that I know where I started and where I'm stopping. Okay, so I'm going to mark this one because it'll let me know. Can you guys see that it is marked? Okay, now the part that we are going to sharpen is going to be right in here. It's going to be on that tooth. We're going to take our little file. It's a little round file. And we are just going to go through it. Now, I don't know if you can see real well or not, but my teeth kind of have like, they go like this right now because I've been using it a little bit. So I just need to sharpen it a little bit. And we're just going to go through till it goes through nice and evenly. And we're going to keep it kind of at an angle. And I just go back and forth. And it gives me that nice sharp edge. Now, I always kind of feel it with the tip of my finger. And if I can feel that edge real well, then I know I've done good. And sometimes I actually have to hit the back side of this because sometimes it gets a burr. And we don't want a burr because that makes it even harder to do. But it does get a burr sometimes. So you just kind of want to go through it. I might use my smaller one. Okay, right like that. Now, there's this other point right here. Now, this guides the wood and lets it tell that how much wood it's going to eat. I do file these down sometimes because when I get a new blade, usually they're almost even with the top of this, and you're not going to be able to cut the wood as quick as you want to, if that makes any sense. So I just take my little, my rasp. This is actually my jewelry rasp. And I file that down just a bit. Just a bit. Just so that my wood can actually hit my my tooth there that's going to cut, my cutting tooth. Because I want it to hit that. I don't want it to not hit that. Okay, so this is where we started. This one is the one that's marked, right? You can see that it's all marked on that side. It's marked on this side. So we can kind of see where we're starting. Now this one goes the opposite way. So you have one that goes this way. You have one that goes this way. We're going to skip this one. And we're going to go to the next one. Okay. And we're going to file it down. Well, I should probably use the rake. And I do it till it feels nice and smooth, so it doesn't catch anymore. And usually that tells me that it is sharp enough. And if I feel a burr on this side, I remove the burr. Because you can get burrs on this side, and that will hang up your saw blade. And then take this down just a bit. Yep. Just enough. I mean, I don't want it really far down, but I do want it enough to where it will catch better onto my tooth and actually cut some good wood. Okay. So we did that one. Now this one we're skipping again. Hello, Wyatt. We're sharpening our chainsaw. I have a couple of people who were asking about chainsaw sharpening, so I figured I'd do a video on how I do mine, which is probably different than most people do theirs, which is totally fine. Not everybody does it the same way. But, just using my little file here. Then I'm going to use it on the back side, get rid of them burrs, because you do get some burrs. There we go. That one seems to be nice and sharp. If it can catch my finger when I put my finger this way, I know it's going to catch the wood. And then we're going to take and file this down just a bit. Now, I don't file this part down every time that I sharpen my chainsaw. Hello, E-Dub. We're sharpening the chainsaw for Amy Jo. Now, these I don't file every time. It's a newer chainsaw blade, and I didn't file these down when I got it, so that's why I'm doing it today, so that these are down just a bit. I don't take it down much. In fact, I could even tell you how far down I take them. So this one is at like 0.5 millimeters, and this one is at 0.3. So it's only 2 millimeters that I take it down. But that 2 millimeters makes a big difference when you are cutting your wood. Oh, I won't hurt myself. So we've done this one. So we're going to skip and do the next one that faces us. Okay, and we're going to... till it's nice and easy, and then we're going to go on the back side and remove the burrs. A lot of people skip that part. They just sharpen it and go. Well, you get these burrs on the back side, and they tend to catch in the wood, and it can make your saw jump, which I absolutely hate it when that happens. It needs just a bit more. And yeah, my little 6-inch blade is a little bit harder because I don't have the room here. So that's okay. There will be more that jump in, I'm sure. We'll have a lot of people jump in and out. E-Dub's here. And so we're going to take this bird down too. Alrighty. That one is taken down a little bit. But I don't know. I've just found that taking them down, it does help with catching the wood and actually being able to cut a little bit easier. Because with this being at 0.5 millimeters, just to let you guys know, okay, your point here is at 0.5 millimeters. This is at 0.6. So you're taking off a millimeter at a time when this is going around. You take this down a little bit, you actually get more millimeters per rotation. So it does make it cut. For those who are impatient like me, who has ADHD and I hate to wait for things to cut, it just seems to work better for me. And yep, I don't, it's funny because I don't see a whole lot of them. Like, try to feel the back to see if there's any burrs on there. I always do because I don't like there to be burrs. Maybe that's because I'm a whittler, and when you do your knives, you don't want any burrs anywhere. So I always feel for burrs. Take this one down. And I think every time I get right at 3 millimeters. I don't know. It's just something I've always done with my blades. Even before I started actually carving and was just cutting trees. That was one thing I learned, was that you take that down. Something my granddaddy taught me. So, get that one sharpened up. Get the burrs off the back. And then I always hit it again, because when you take the burrs off the back, you're pulling them forward towards the blade. And when you do that, then it leaves the burr up front. And so you just lightly hit it, it takes that burr completely away. And then it's nice and sharp again. Then let's... And when you're doing that, be careful not to hit your little notch thing, because it can really mess it up. Okay. My hands are getting oily, but that's okay. Swing to our next one. And like I said, the one that we started at is completely marked, so we'll know when to stop on this side. Then we got to flip it. Well, thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. There we go. Got a nice shiny edge to it. Looks nice and sharp. It's catching my finger really well. And I'm not pushing too hard where it's going to hurt me. Well, I will subscribe back to you, Wyatt, as soon as I get off of here. I will come subscribe. And any of you guys who are on here, if you guys would like to go and subscribe to Wyatt, please do. Are you a fellow woodworker too, Wyatt? It does take a while to get subscribers. Yes. E-Dub is one of my great friends. I love him to death. He's a fellow woodworker also. He does some amazing work. Like, you've got to see the work that E-Dub does. E-Dub, go ahead and feel free to share your channel. Share your channel, E-Dub. That way then he can subscribe to you too. Because E-Dub does a lot of amazing things. He's amazing at what he does. I love watching his videos because it inspires me to want to work. I was inspired to do this one today because of Amy Jo, because she was having problems with her chainsaw. And I was out there yesterday, and yes, her chain is dull. We know this because yeah. Oh, it's only the truth, E-Dub. You are amazing and very inspiring to keep me going. But our whole tribe is, you know, like, the whole tribe wants to keep me going. Like, you know, I watched Deland and Amy Jo last night, and I was like, oh, I really need to get to my shop. I really need to be out there. Talking with Amy Jo yesterday, I was like, I need to get back to my shop. And I haven't been out here because it has been cold. It has been very cold in my shop. Now, for Christmas, my husband did get me a new heater. And so it is kind of nice because I can have the heater running. I can stay warm. That is kind of nice. It's your dad's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Wyatt's dad. How awesome is that? So yeah, I've been kind of excited lately. Both my boys, he's 42. Wow, awesome. He's a youngin'. Both my boys serve in the military. My one is currently still serving in the military. Oh my gosh, I wish it was 64. When I came out to this shop earlier, my thermometer said it was 30 degrees in my shop. So I have the heater going, and it is now almost up to 50, which to me is comfortable. I can live with 50. You know, I don't mind being a little cold, but frigid cold is a whole nother ballgame. I don't do that well. This one has quite the burr on it, and I'm not getting it off of there. There we go. Now it's gone. But yeah, 30 degrees was a little bit too cold. So I did turn on my heater so I have these little tiny heaters, and they keep you warm in a little tiny area. And so my husband yesterday decided to take me Christmas shopping at Baumgart's, which you hear me and Amy talk a lot about Baumgars. It's our like local store here in town. And he was like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you need. I have to block my door. I'll have some wind coming in again. Yeah, so he was like, I don't know what you want or what you need for Christmas, so I'm bringing you with me, and you can do whatever you want. Wyatt, you are 7. Wow. Yes, definitely be careful on the internet. I mean, we're not creeps, but there are some creeps out there. So you need to be careful on the internet, bud. But, hey, if I can inspire people of your generation to start doing this kind of work also, even better, because it is a dying trade that a lot of your generation is not doing, is not ever going to learn or want to learn, and it is a dying trade. So if I can inspire anybody, I will. I mean, I'll even inspire a 2-year-old. Because we are a dying art. I myself, I am in my 50s, and I've taught my youngest son, who is a Marine, to do this. Which one is it? Because I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and I'm like, I think I did, but I'm not sure what was it. I can't remember. Youngheimers, can't remember. Been trying to watch a lot of videos to get caught up on videos. Oh yes, I watched the guitar. That was so darn cool. Oh gosh dang that. Now as you start sharpening these, you've got to be careful on how you hold them so you don't hurt yourself. I have found more that I hold the bottom rather than hold the burr itself. I hold the bottom where the chain part is here and the bar to hold it how it's supposed to be, because I have found if I hold like up here, it's sharp, it's going to cut me. So I try to hold down a little bit further. That would be so awesome. I can't wait to see that. So I never did finish my Santa stuff. I got Santa here that I whittled, but I never finished my Santa house back there. Had a problem with the opening. I put the hinges on it, went to open it, and it would only go like this because the back would catch. It wouldn't open up. So I'm redoing my whole idea on that. But yeah, I do have Santa. Still working on some of the elves. Haven't been able to get out here though. It's just been too cold for me. Okay, we should be coming up on our mark here shortly. And yeah, I am going to do the whole chain, because if I don't, then when I go to start carving or, carving and stuff, it's going to be a very uneven cut, and I don't want that. I want to, if once I start sharpening the blade, I've got to completely finish it, because otherwise I will forget where I was at on it, and that won't be a good deal. But oh really? How awesome! Did you see the big gnome that I chainsaw carved? Oh my goodness, that was a lot of fun. And it was kind of funny because I do have a lady. Okay, so then I think, no, am I not? I am not back to the beginning yet. I did not pass my mark, I don't think. No. Just, I can tell that. Oh, well, I can show you my gnome. He's in my shop here. Because, well, I don't know what else to do with him other than put him in the shop because he hasn't sold yet. There's Mr. Gnome. This is the one that I did the chainsaw carving with. And I'm in love with this little guy. And I had a lady, a local lady here, her son was telling her that I do chainsaw carving. And she's like, oh, I got to see what you do. And so I was showing her. And now she wants me this spring to make her a whole family of gnomes because her husband loves gnomes. She wants a whole family of gnomes into her yard. So she'll have a whole family of these. There'll be a girl, a boy, there'll be a mom and a dad. And she even thought about maybe making some mushrooms for them to set under and stuff. And she may be one of my biggest sellers coming up because she absolutely loved the gnome. So, which I do too. I think he's pretty cute. He's heavy. He is very heavy. So, he won't blow away. Thank goodness. Because in our winds, it could easily blow away. And I do feel bad because he did crack all the way down the back. But you know what? To me, that just adds some character to him, and I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't think he'll crack all the way through. So, I'm just leaving him cracked. A lot of people would fill it in, but to me, it just adds a little bit of character to him. So he's going to have some character. Alright, let's just keep sharpening this so I don't forget what I'm doing. Because you know me, I have ADHD, I will forget. Get rid of that bird. I get a bird just right there, in the middle every time. And I just kind of take that right on off of there. I know a lot of people I watch that sharpen their blades. They don't worry about that burr on the back, but I kind of do because, well, for one, we're carving. We're not just cutting down a tree or anything. And you want nice, pretty cuts. So you have to get rid of that burr in the back. It should be coming up on my mark, I would think. But who knows? I might not be. I might still be a long ways away. But see, when I'm filing, it catches. I know that's when it's not done yet. Is it'll catch. When it doesn't catch anymore, I know that it's getting sharp. And then running my finger this way, I can definitely feel that edge. It just catches my finger. It doesn't cut it. It just catches it. Oh yeah, if you're Dremel carving, you want all the burrs you can get. So have you heard of the ceramic burrs? I heard of these ceramic burrs. They're supposed to be better than the metal ones. I ordered them. I'm going to see what they're like. They're supposed to never dull. I ordered some. I'm going to see if it's any good or not. I'm going to do a review on them. I've got them on their way. But they are ceramic. And they are supposed to be so much better than the metal. I'm hoping they are. I hope. I don't know. We shall see. Oh, there's my starting point. Right back here. Never dull. Which is mind-boggling. I mean, the metal ones, they dull. But they say these ceramic ones will not dull. So I'm kind of curious. I just heard something. I don't know what that was. Tim! Hello, we're sharpening the chainsaw blade. I don't know if AJ will catch this live later, which I'm sure she probably will, because I know she's busy traveling right now. But this was to show her how to sharpen her blade, because she's having problems, and yes, her blade is very dull, guys. I was out there yesterday. Her blade is dull. So, kind of showing her how I do it. First, I'll probably go out there and help her with hers, if she needs it. Which she might. Ooh. That caught bad. Okay, so that one's done. One more to... I'm wondering if there's something in my alley, because it sounds really like somebody's like destroying stuff back there. But I know my start point's right there because I can see my mark on it. It's all black, so I can see that that's where I started. So this will be my last one. Ooh, that is sharp. Watch the pinkies. I think it's actually somebody playing in the yeah, alley. The dumpster's right by my shop here, so somebody's probably throwing stuff away, and it's probably big, and it's like sounding like it's tearing down my shop. So once we get this sharpened, then we'll see how good it does. I'll just kind of cut a piece of wood. Okay, so we started here. So let's take our saw. Let's flip it this way. Well, I don't think so, because my attic is just rafters. I am literally, I'm in my garage. The thing is not insulated, nothing. And it is cold when I first get out here, but it's not bad right now because of the fact that I do have my heater running. So it's warming up in here. It's 50 degrees. I can live with that. Okay, so I know this is where we started. Now these ones go the opposite way. So they're going to go this way. These ones are a little bit harder to do, I have found. Okay, these ones are a little bit more challenging. I don't know, it's almost backwards to me for some reason, but it is. Oh yeah, we got a little burr. Better get that off there. Like I was saying, I watch so many people that just don't remove them. And they need to be removed. Okay, and then we're going to get this on the edge here. File that down. You can get these teeth, so I don't know if you can see, but these teeth have a little mark on them, like right there. There's like this little notch. It can get all the way back there before you have to replace it. I have never worn a blade out that far yet. Once they start getting smaller on the teeth, I tend to go ahead and replace it, because the blades are not that expensive. The bar is what's expensive. The blades aren't. But yeah, you can sharpen them all the way down. If you look at your blade, there's a little notch on there, or a little mark on it, and you can go all the way back to there before you have to replace it. I tend to let mine get about halfway, and I replace it, because I'm leery of letting it get too far. Because I think it loses the integrity of the blade. And so I want a sturdy blade. I don't want something that's going to like break off in my wood. Like, I'm afraid the teeth will break off if they get too short. So I tend to not let mine get that short. You didn't know that? Yeah, I don't like to wear mine out that far. So I always just kind of watch that they get about halfway to that mark. So I'll be able to sharpen this one maybe about 4 more times, and then I'll have to completely replace this blade. You never owned a chainsaw? Yeah, that's what I do. So that's how I do it. I sharpen it with files. Like I said, this is my little electric chainsaw. You know, people are like, oh, electric chainsaws, gas chainsaws, they're all the same. They are not. An electric chainsaw does run a little bit different than a gas chainsaw for when it doesn't have the power. So that is, Tim, that's why I filed this little part down right here, is because I want it to catch more wood. So if this is a little bit shorter, like I said, right now it's 0.5 millimeters. I go down to about 0.3 millimeters, and that helps me catch a little bit more wood and makes it easier for me to carve. I can catch more wood at one time, and I don't seem to jump as bad when I do that. Like, electric chainsaws are known for jumping around, and I have found, like, if it can catch more wood, it ain't gonna jump as bad. You have a little bit more control because it's digging it. And I see people even on electric or on gas powered chainsaws that do that will actually, they'll almost go completely away with the nub. Now I don't, I go down just a few millimeters that way, or a few points of a millimeter. That way I'm not catching a whole lot at one time, but I'm catching just enough. Sorry guys, my throat is getting really dry, so I have to take a drink every once in a while. So yeah, and that's all I do. Like, so this file, there's an end where there isn't much on this end here. And this is all file, and it stops like right here, and then it has all the smooth stuff. This is what you would hold on to. This is the part that I hold on to. And then use my file on it. And you kind of want to go with the direction of the tooth there. And like the way that I'm doing it, I can see through. And I kind of go until I can't see no more air, light coming through that side. Because you know, I never owned one. No, my grandpa did some stuff with the chainsaw, and I learned a few things from him, and I have learned a few things from Caleb. Learned a few things from watching Bear. There's a couple other people that I follow on here with the chainsaws that, but they're actual lumberjackers. If I guess that's the word you call them, the lumberjackers. They actually cut wood, like they down a tree, just right through it. And they sometimes will show themselves like doing their chains and stuff like that. And I've learned a lot from them. I'm not afraid to reach out and get somebody's phone number and talk with them, or have them add me on Messenger or whatever so that I can talk with them. Because it's always a learning experience. Anytime that you can learn, that's a good thing. Okay, we should be getting kind of close here. But yeah, that's all I use to do mine. Now, there are tools out there that you can use to sharpen your blade. I think this is kind of calming and relaxing to do, so that's why I use my file. Oh, that burr was bad there. I could even see that one. Oh yeah, I could easily take a piece of this and make a handle for it if I wanted to. But I haven't done that yet. Or I could even take a piece of this and just stick it in there and have a handle on it to make it easier. Because yeah, sometimes the smaller stuff is a little hard for me to hold with my arthritis. But today's a good day. I'm having a great day with my hands today. My knees not so well, but my hands, There we go. I like the looks of that one. Okay, next. Right there. Now, when you have an 18-inch bar, you're going to be sitting here for a while doing it. See how I get caught on there? That's how I know it's not sharpened yet enough. If it can go through nice and evenly, then I know I've done it enough. But where it starts to catch like that, I know that there's a burr it's catching, and I need to keep going. That's kind of how I know. I have people at my front door again. Probably my husband coming and going. I don't know. go. Oops. Yeah, sometimes the tip will be there, and I don't like that, so I get rid of it. But yeah, where Amy Jo was needing to know how to do this, I figured, why not go ahead, do a video. Oh, hold on. Let me move over.
Sorry.
You're fine.
The battery charger.
That,
The little ones, right? Or is it at the shop?
huh?
The little battery charger.
Is that it? No, that's your speaker. Isn't that your speaker?
Yeah. It's a little black, my little black one. Is it at the shop?
It might be, because I don't think I have a battery charger here. Is your battery dead yet?
No, Gus. Battery's not. He had me take that other one over to him that was out of the car. Instead of going getting a new one like you should have done.
Oh, and it's definitely not holding charge.
No, and I already had to go jump start him at Safeway. Now I gotta, and Michaela's not answering her phone, so I'm not gonna deal with going to his house.
Well, your jump pack is in the front of my car.
I already got him started. He needs a battery charger,
Oh.
unfortunately. I couldn't
Um,
remember if my little black one was here or if it was.
I don't think so. You can feel free to walk back there. I don't think it is, though. I think you had taken it back to the shop.
Okay.
You didn't leave it with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Sorry, station break. Had to talk to the hubby for a little bit. One of our friends is having a problem keeping his truck running. And I usually have most of my husband's tools here in my garage, and it's not in my garage, so he has to run down to the other shop and grab it. Okay. Well, how close we're getting? I don't see my black mark yet. But yeah, when you're doing an 18-inch bar, this takes forever. This is just my little 6-inch bar, and it takes a while. But my 18-inch bar, like I said, that's why I decided to do 6-inch bar on my live, because the 18-inch bar takes forever, and I don't think you guys want to sit here and talk to me that long. So we'll just do the little 6-inch bar, get it done, and I will show you how well it cuts then after I'm done sharpening it here. My chain isn't sharp. I'm just having a hard time grasping it to turn it. And I do like to wipe my file off sometimes in between them, because it does get the metal built up in it, and it doesn't want to sharpen as well. So I do kind of wipe it off to get the metal specks off of it, so that it'll sharpen better. See how it's catching still? I know that it still needs a little bit more in there. There we go. Now it's going smooth. Take them burrs off the back. And it's repetitive. Is all that it is. Now, the next time I do my saw, it will be a lot quicker, because I don't have to do my fins here. The fins will already be done this time, and I don't have to worry about them again for a while. Unless it starts like not wanting to cut as well, then I will go back through and I will take down even more of the fins, depending on how these are wearing. When these wear, these need to probably be done. But I think I've sharpened a chain like 4 or 5 times, and I usually only have to file my fins down once. Usually I do it right away when I get a new saw blade. This one I got, and I was in a hurry to use it, and I did not file them down. And I've noticed that when I was doing... Can't remember what I was carving. I was carving something, and I noticed it's not cutting as well, and that's because I forgot my fins. So, and I will show you guys what I mean by it, that it cuts better, cuts more at once when you have the fins down, just a bit. And I ain't gonna take them fins down all the way, because that's dangerous. I've seen people do that, because they want to just like whoosh, right through the log. I'm not trying to go through the log. I'm not willing to do that. I'm gonna get that tip off there. You guys hear that? It's not wanting to go over my tip there. There it went. That tip had just a burr to it and it wouldn't go over it. Did you guys hear that? Like it was catching bad. Now I have a lot of metal. Oh, there's my beginning. So we're almost done. We got this one, and this one left to do, and then we're done. Then we could try it out and see how well it works. Do it till it doesn't catch. There we go. Can you hear the difference in the tone too? I kind of listen. I'm very much a tone person, I guess, because of being so musically inclined too. I listen to the tone, so it's grr, 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 and it goes nyeh, 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 nyeh. I know it's done. That's kind of how I know. There we go. Okay, we have this one here to do, and then this one, and then we're done. Yay! So what is everybody else doing today? Is everybody ready for Christmas? I'm getting there. Both my boys are home for Christmas this year. My oldest one, who is still serving in the military, got to come home. He's home for a whole month, which is absolutely amazing. So happy for that. He brought his car home because he blew up his motor in his car, so he brought it home to work on while he's here. But yeah, he gets to spend Christmas with us. My youngest son will be here for Christmas Eve. We're doing ours on Christmas Eve because I have to work Christmas Day. So we're going to do everything Christmas Eve. I don't know if you guys can hear the tone difference in this, but I certainly can. And that's how I kind of know when it's sharpened. It's listening to the tone. This is our last tooth. And then we're going to try it out. Okay. Ta-da! Last tooth. Okay, I'm going to stand you guys up a little bit here. Just so you guys can kind of see. I'm going to throw a log over there and just cut through and see how it does. First off, I have to plug in again. You guys see this wood I got back here? This stuff is going to be the bomb diggity. I'm just going to grab a scrap piece here. Try to cut it and see what happens here. My stuff moved off there. My box to my heater. I could bring my table a little closer so you guys can see better. There we go. The other half of the house fell off. So yeah, this is the house. I gotta work on it because it's not wanting to open right. So, I gotta move all of this. So, I don't know if you guys ever saw any of my early whittlings. I turned them all into keychains. I brought all these home so they weren't selling. And I restocked everything differently. But these are all my little keychains I made for down in the store. And yeah, I have a butt ton. This is when I was doing all my whittling. So I have tons of them that I whittled. This was supposed to be a Bigfoot and it ended up being an Eskimo. So don't ever worry, if you're whittling something and it doesn't turn out and it ends up looking like something else, it's totally normal. Even if you're carving something and it doesn't turn out right. Totally normal. Totally normal. It happens. Here's some more. I'll show you guys some more. There's another owl that I did. Another hillbilly I did. I like him. He's my favorite. I even did some cupcakes. I was hungry. I did cupcakes one day because I was hungry. I did my little cross. Egbert. My little egg. Yeah. Lighthouse. That's what this is. I was trying to think. You're my little bear in a log. And then my little house. I mean, I have tons of these things. And, they are now in my box. But I have to move my box. I don't need chainsaw dust in my box. So, we're going to move this so it doesn't get sawdust into it. Because that would be a bad day, because all my acrylics are in there too. Okay. Let me just grab a spare log here. I just grabbed. This one's kind of wonky. We'll just cut them straight. We'll see if we can make this work. See how well the chainsaw works now that it's sharpened. I think I need to tighten down my blade. Yeah, okay. Blade is tight, which we want, because it will loosen up as we use it. As it warms up, it will loosen. Plug her on in. Add a dab of oil. Add a dab of oil. That's what we need. I don't put a whole lot in because of the fact that it leaks out. I don't know what's wrong with the chainsaw. I can't adjust it and it just leaks. So I don't put a whole lot in, just enough to lubricate my little. That's gonna cut now. Yep. And now it cuts through like butter. And it's a nice, smooth, even cut. It doesn't like make it really bad. It's nice, smooth, and even. I like that. Yep. So now we know it's sharp enough. But that's what a sharp chain does. It will cut so much better, and you don't have to use your power or strength to try to get it to cut. If you're struggling and you're really like having to push into it, you really can't get it to go. That's half the problem. It's dull. Sharpen it. And if you guys ever need help, like, well, I'm trying to sharpen it, I don't know what I'm doing, just give me a shout. I'll help you. I may not be an expert. Like I said, I'm not no expert on it, but I do know what I'm kind of doing. As you can tell, it works. It cuts right through it. Does help if I have it clamped down, but I didn't clamp it down. That's why it was taking a little bit longer, because it kept moving. But that's okay. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to jump off here for now. I'm going to go and see what everybody in my house is doing. And, yeah. Oh, before I leave, I wanted to show you guys this wood. So I have a friend that got a bunch of ponderosa pine in to do a fence. And now these are the end cuts off of them because they milled them right in their yard. So I've got all these end pieces, and we're actually going to do carvings into these end pieces. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned into the channel because we'll be taking this right here, this half round thing, and we will actually be putting pictures into it, cutting it down, making it look really cool. I can't wait. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is just a couple pieces I picked up today. They have a pile like to the ceiling, I swear. It's huge. So I have a lot of that I have access to. And ponderosa pine, that's going to be a sweet. We're going to be using the Dremel to do that. Delanne, hello. So yeah, it's going to be, I can't wait to get started on some of them pieces. I'm hoping to work on them throughout the week. This week is kind of a hard one. My New Year's resolution is going to be to get out here, hopefully every day, if not work just for an hour or two even, just to get you guys to get to see me a little bit more. But just do an hour or two every day or something like that. But I do want to get them done. I want to put like some scenery into just little plaque things. I think that'd be really, really freaking awesome. And I can't wait to carve the pine. I think that's going to be a good thing to carve. An easy thing to carve with the Dremel. So, anyway, guys, I'm babbling here. I'm going to jump off here. And I'm going to go see what everybody's doing in my house. And watch some football. Go Cowboys. We're going to do awesome. Even though we don't even have a chance to get into the playoffs. That's okay. We still love our Cowboys. And go whoever plays against Denver. We don't want the Donkeys to win. So whoever plays against the Donkeys, go. Win. I dare ya. So, guys, I'm going to jump off here. You guys too, Tim, have a great Merry Christmas. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your families. And I will see you maybe again before Christmas, but probably not till after. So anyway, guys, I love you. Dot out.